Hello everyone, Joshua Miners here, and welcome back for another collection update video. And today I'm going to be showcasing most of everything I got during the month of October. So this is a big Halloween collection update video. So let's get right to it. The next DVD I got here is one that I've actually already reviewed. I reviewed this with Josh on this channel a few months ago. I think last October. And that is the new Paranormal Activity film, Paranormal Activity Next to Kin. And I honestly, guys, I really enjoyed this film. So did Josh. I felt like it was a breath of fresh air for this franchise. Especially since at some point I just kind of lost interest in this franchise, and I still haven't seen the Ghost Dimension. That's because I saw the trailer, and that was at a time I was really starting to lose interest in this franchise. And by the time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Fuck that, I'm out. I just call it quits with this franchise. So then I saw this. I heard it was kind of a reboot, no connection to the original film outside of the found footage format. There's some paranormal stuff going in. So, and I saw the trailer. I'm like, wow, that looks very different from what I was expecting. The 7th installment of the Paranormal Activity franchise, and especially a Paranormal Activity reboot. I watched it on Paramount Plus. And I loved it. I loved the film. So did Josh. So I wasn't sure if this would be one of those things that would come out on DVD or whatever. And I saw it at Walmart recently. There were a few copies left, and I went to pick this up. I was planning on getting either this or X, the new movie by Ty West, which I've been hearing good things about, because they have X for $7.50 now. That might be the next pickup I'll do, which if I ever pick that up during this month, I'll be sure to know and maybe add that. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. Again, you guys could go and check my review of Paranormal Activity Next to Kin. Links will be down in the description below. It's kind of a shame that they're not going to continue on with this vision of Paranormal Activity. In fact, I even heard Jason Blum essentially said that this film was garbage. And I don't know, if I was the director of this film, be like, you want to do that's pretty shit. You hired me to do this film, to completely disregard it in the franchise and, you know, say it's garbage. That's pretty shitty, dude. That's not a good marketing strategy, Mr. Blum. There are some special features here. There's only one special feature, and that includes deleted scenes of the movie. So yeah, if you're at your local Walmart, and if you love the new take of the Paranormal Activity franchise, then I highly recommend you go and pick up Paranormal Activity Next to Kin. It's actually not expensive at all. I think I paid like about $13 for this, so yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go and get the big item, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I got the big item with me, the big ticket item. Now I got this at Spirit Halloween, and let's see if you guys could guess what it is. It's something I've been wanting for a long time, and I was just waiting for the right price, the right time, and for a good looking version of one. Got myself a Good Guy doll. Got myself a Chucky doll. They were selling these at Spirit Halloween for $100, and I used a coupon and got it for $80. Got this guy for $80. So yeah, I always wanted a Good Guy doll. I always wanted a Chucky doll in my collection. and I finally got him. I finally got Chucky. And I will say, overall, the box looks really good. I mean, you can look here. Okay, what I'll probably do is insert, like images of the box in full detail, side by side. But yeah, just the box itself looks really good. It looks pretty accurate. The only thing I'll say is that, you know, kind of would not like it to have it say Chucky on there, but outside of that, it is a really good and faithful recreation of the Good Guy doll box. And for me, I think I'm mostly going to display. Also, I would have not liked all this stuff versus Spirit Halloween Universal. I always wanted one of these guys, and I finally got him. I'm still kind of blown away by that. So, I'll get him out of the box. I finally got him out of the box. Here he is. Here's Chucky. Now, of course, his hair. Yeah, his hair is like good. I have seen his hair kind of start to fall out some places. Like the design of the face, it's not 100% accurate to the Good Guy doll, but, you know, for me, I just want to have something that represents Chucky in here. The only thing I got to represent Chucky in here is that Chucky figure that's over there, somewhere. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, I felt like this would be a better way to represent our boy Chucky. So yeah, his arms are posable. Pose his arms. Looks like it's some kind of wire in here. Unfortunately, you can't really pose the legs. See? Yeah, it's just so difficult to pose the legs. The overall outfit is really good. I think it's made of decent quality. Again, not completely accurate, but again, I'm not going for accuracy on here. If I wanted to go for accuracy, I get that over $500 Trick or Treat Studios Child's Play 2 Good Guy doll, or the Seed of Chucky Seed of Chucky doll. Which at some point I will get to see the Chucky doll because I like the Stitch Face Chucky look, and eventually I will get Tiffany and Glenn at some point. So yeah. And I did check to see if this guy is able to talk, but it doesn't look like it. You know, like you can unzip like the back and look like there's a compartment for batteries. So it doesn't look like he could talk, which is a shame. Overall, I think this doll is a really good doll. The hands are made out of like hard plastic, so the face. One of the cool thing is that the head could turn 180 degrees. Exorcist type of thing, or kind of like what you saw in Perfect Chucky, or like Perfect Chucky, or also saw it do that in the Chucky the TV show, season 1. Also too, I really like how the shoes are made. You can actually, I think, take off the shoes. Yeah. By the way, that's what his feet look like. He has actual socks on. So, here's the shoe. Has actual laces. It's made out of plastic. It's not painted on. And you actually see the Good Guy stuff on the shoe, just like in the movies. See, and that. But overall, I think this is a really good doll. This is a really good Chucky doll. Sure, it's not 100% accurate, but if you're somebody like me who wasn't going for 100% accuracy, but you're wanting to just have a Chucky doll in your collection, this is actually a really good pick. They're selling it at Spirit Halloween right now, so you can get it for $100. But if you have a coupon for Spirit Halloween, you could get this for $80. So and it comes with the box and everything. So I highly recommend you go to your local Spirit Halloween or any place close by that has a Spirit Halloween, or order it offline. And if you're somebody who was apprehensive about it because you saw the image online and it looked pretty cheap, well, it doesn't look as good as, let's say, the Trick or Treat Studios Child's Play 2 Good Guy doll. But if you're just somebody who's looking to have a really good, decent Chucky doll that is not going to break the bank, I highly recommend you guys pick this up. So I'm now going to show, insert photos of both the doll, the box, and the doll in the box, and I'll show you where I display Chucky in the man cave. So I'll go do that. And over here is where I display my Chucky doll. I've so far been displaying him mostly in the box, and yeah, I think he looks good right there, in between the reanimated poster and the fog poster, along with my other figures and display items, my vinyl record player. So yeah, I think Chucky looks good there. Do you guys agree with me? Does he look good on there? Like right there. That's the only place I could so far put him. So yeah. Okay, so I'm back with more movies. I got more movies, and we're going to go into this pile. This is how much films I got here. Got two Blu-rays and the rest of the movies. Starting off here, we got Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever. Now, I have still not seen any of the Cabin Fever movies. I got the first one over there, but I saw this and I was like, I don't have any of the other Cabin Fever movies, so I'll pick this up. And yeah. It does have special features. It has the Making of Gore featurette, From Below's Gore Wheel, and it's in the widescreen presentation. It has English 5.1 Dolby digital audio. It has English and Spanish subtitles. So it has a couple featurettes, and that's it. So it's very bare bones in regards to special features, but yeah. Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever. There's that. And then here is the first Blu-ray. Now, one of the cool things is that this came in completely in its in the wrapping, so it looks like somebody who bought it, traded it in, like bought it brand new. And that is one I've been mentioning, and that is The Curse of La Llorona. And this is a Conjuring spin-off movie, and although it was never advertised as a Conjuring spin-off film, which was odd, but it's a part of the Conjuring universe, so I picked it up as soon as I seen it. Yeah, and it's a Blu-ray. It looks like it's brand new because it has this RAM wrapping, whatever it is. And there are some special features here. If any of you are interested, it has the Making of La Llorona, Behind the Curses featurette, the Making of a Movie Monster featurette, deleted scenes, and storyboards. So it has a decent amount of special features, especially if you're one of those people who like the Curse of La Llorona, you know, and just like the Conjuring universe in general. So yeah, I think I have every single Conjuring film outside of the third Conjuring film, The Devil Made Me Do It. I have yet to pick that up, but I think I have now every single Conjuring spin-off movie. Well, I have every concert date. So only one I was missing was the Curse of La Llorona, and at some point I will pick up The Devil Made Me Do It. So yeah, the Curse of La Llorona. Next one I got here is now I picked it up because I saw it and it's like, I just felt like I had to get it, and that is Fright Night 2 New Blood. Now apparently this is meant to be a sequel to the 2011 remake, which I have yet to see the remake. I have yet to see Fright Night Part 2, like the original Fright Night 2. At some point we'll pick up Fright Night Part 2, the Fright Night remake, and now I'll have all the Fright Night movies. But I love the original Fright Night. But from my understanding is that this film, while seemingly being a sequel to the remake, has no connections whatsoever to the remake, and it seems like it's kind of rehashing the first movie again, in a sense, but has some weird changes to it, and from what I heard, it's not very good. So, Fright Night Part 2 New Blood, at least I picked it up at pawn shop for trading, so, yeah, at least I didn't spend my money. So, the next two I picked up here are ones that I used to have in the collection, and you could debate on whether or not these are horror films, but the original films of these are depicted as horror films, especially the first original movie of this, and that is the 2014 Godzilla remake by Gareth Edwards. Now, I found this one to be a decent watch. My only problem was with it is that for the most part it had pretty bland characters. The only character I was actually really rooting for was played by Bryan Cranston. He was good in this, and yeah, they replaced him with his bland ass son and very bland ass Elizabeth Olsen too. Which here's the thing: after watching shows like WandaVision and stuff like that, I think Elizabeth Olsen is actually a great actress when you actually give her the right material to work with, but this one, she was pretty bland in it, so, but yeah, the Godzilla remake, another problem I had with it is that it's literally so dark you can't barely see a thing. You would have to turn up the brightness of your TV, but, yeah, it's okay, nothing special, in my opinion. I do think it's somewhat better than the 98 remake with Matthew Broderick. Speaking of not good Godzilla films, I got its sequel, and that is Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now, I watched this in the theater, did not like it. I did like a full-on spoiler review over on my main channel with Abe. It was like an hour long, my longest movie review I've ever done. And we just trashed this movie because this movie was pretty bad, and I hadn't seen it since. And Josh and I tried to watch it. It was his first time watching it, and it was so bad that we literally just stopped halfway through the film. It was that bad. It's still a bad movie. At some point, I will just buckle down, watch it in the 2014 one, and just re-review it. But yeah. Oh. If you're wondering if there's any special features on the 2014 Godzilla remake, there's no special features on just the DVD copy. But there are special features for the DVD copy of Godzilla King of the Monsters, and that is Monster Tech Monarch joins the fight featurette. The sad thing is too, while there are some impressive visuals in Godzilla King of the Monsters, you have a lot of great monster fights in here. The monsters look great. They don't cut away from the fights unlike in the 2014 movie. But the thing that's made even worse in this than in the 2014 one are the human characters. The human characters in this are complete dog shit. Even though you have good actors in here, you have Millie Bobby Brown and Vera Farmiga, and so you have good actors in here, but they play such terrible characters. It's like, and a lot of them make dumb decisions, like some of the dumbest decisions humanly possible. It's like, I just don't get it. Yeah, so I would say this was a missed opportunity of a film, but Yeah, I do dread trying to go back and rewatch these, especially this one. The only ones of the Legendary Pictures MonsterVerse films I even remotely like is Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs. King Kong. Yeah, those are the only ones I even remotely like. These two, some good things about them, but this one especially is my least favorite. So, but at least I didn't pay money for it. So, next one up is the final Blu-ray for my pawn shop haul, and that is Gretel and Hansel. I think this came out in what year did it came out in? I don't know. I think this came out in 2020, something like that. Haven't seen it. The only thing I know is that it does star one of the kid actors from the new It movies, Sophia Willis, who played Beverly Marsh in the new It movies. I thought she was a good actress in those, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see her in this. But yeah, I had not heard too many great things about Gretel and Hansel, but I did pick up the Blu-ray for essentially for free. So yeah, Gretel and Hansel. Sometime we'll do a review of that. Okay, next one I picked up, and I saw this, and I just had to get it because because I'm a completist, and that is Return of the Living Dead: Rave to the Grave. Now, I've only seen the first, The Return of the Living Dead. That's a great 80s zombie movie. That's a great one. I got Return of the Living Dead Part 2 over there. Have not seen it. And have yet to see 3 through 5. There's 5 Return of the Living Dead movies total. The last 2 being straight to TV movies. So that were shot back to back. So yeah. So, and I found that out through the channel Planet CHH, formerly known as Christian Anna Horror. He did a video talking about Return of the Living Dead 4, Necropolis, and Return of the Living Dead 5, Rave to the Grave. He did 2 videos on these. So, yeah, and I saw this at the pawn shop. I picked it up. If I see the other ones there, Return of the Living Dead 3 and 4, I'll pick those up and then have the complete set. So yeah, Return of the Living Dead, Rave to the Grave. Not heard good things about it, but speaking of films that don't hear too great things about, and one I have watched and I don't remember great things about, and that is Texas Chainsaw, also known as Texas Chainsaw 3D. This film came out in 2013. It was Lionsgate's attempt to reboot the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. It was also their first attempt at pulling a Halloween 2018 style sequel, where it ignores every sequel in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise and only acknowledges the first film, and then the film picks up decades later, and it has elderly Leatherface. So this was the first attempt of them doing that, and yeah, it wasn't a great from my memory. It does star Alexandria Daddario as the main actor. It stars rapper Trey Songz. At some point I am going to have to review this and review all the other Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. I reviewed the first 2 films. I reviewed the first film for October of last year, and I reviewed the second film for this October. So sometime next year, next October, I'll review Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface. Eventually do Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, the remake, the prequel to the remake, then Texas Chainsaw 3D, Leatherface, and then Texas Chainsaw that came out this year. So eventually I will cover every single Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. But yeah, not a great film, but this DVD does have special features. It has multiple audio commentaries with producer Carl Mazzafone, I think that's his name, how you pronounce his last name, filmmaker Toby Hooper, actors Bill Moseley, Gunnar Hansen, and others. There's also a a featurette called Texas Chainsaw Legacy. There's another featurette called Resurrecting the Saw. Another featurette called Old Homestead. Casting Terror featurette. Leatherface 2013 featurette. Lights Camera Massacre featurette. It's in the Meat featurette. And on-set. And then there's an on-set short subjects, 5-minute massacres, and opening. There's an alternate opening. So it has a decent amount of special features if you're into the film. Texas Chainsaw 3D came out in 2013. Not great from my memory, but at some point I will revisit this film and do an actual, because I never reviewed this film. So yeah, I just started reviewing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, so at some point I will get to this. Now we're down to the final two movies here. The next one I picked up from the pawn shop is one I've been looking for, and that is 13 Ghosts. I've never seen this film. The people who have seen it, that I know, the people I know who have seen it, said it's pretty creepy of a film. Apparently also a remake of an older film of the same name, so it does include special features. It includes a feature-length audio commentary. It includes a documentary called 13 Ghosts Revealed, and then there's a featurette called Ghost Files, a haunted house full of poltergeist profiles. Then there's a Trickery Axis Club Reel. Interactive menus, theatrical trailer, cast film highlights, scene access, language, and English. Includes English and French subtitles dubbed in Quebec. There's English and French and Spanish subtitles, and then there's DVD ROM featurette linked to the original DFC website and other locations. All that stuff. So that does have a decent amount of special features. And then one of the fabricated has a clean index inside. So yeah, 13 Ghosts. I've never seen it. We'll check it out some point soon. And now for the last movie on here, and that is now, to be honest, I only really picked this up because James A. Jennings did a kill count video over on his channel, Dead Meat, of this, and hadn't seen it. I don't watch any of his kill count videos until I have actually seen the movie myself, and that is Wolf Creek. So he did a kill count video of Wolf Creek, and haven't seen it, don't know what it's about. Apparently it's based on true events here. This film does have special features as a commentary with director Greg McLean, I think that's how you pronounce his name, executive producer Matt Fern, and actors Cassandra McGrath and Cassie Morosky, I think it's and it has the Making Wolf Creek documentary, deleted scenes, and a theatrical trailer. So, if you're a fan of this movie, it does have a decent amount of special features. Wolf Creek came out in, I think, 2004. Wolf Creek from 2004. Have not seen this movie. I only picked it up because, again, the channel Dead Meat did a kill count video of this movie, and I picked it up so that I could watch the film and then watch his kill count video.
Starting off, we got the one of the latest horror comedies here, and that is Black Friday. I have not seen this movie. I've heard about it. The only thing I know is that it's, again, a horror comedy that takes place at a shopping mall or just a store in general during Black Friday. Stars Devin Sawa, which last time I seen him in was in the Chucky TV series, and also stars Bruce Campbell, which I mainly picked this up because of Bruce Campbell. I love Bruce Campbell, so yeah. So Black Friday, There's no special features on this DVD. It's just the bare bones, but I found it at Walmart in the $5 bin, so I got it for $5. So pretty good deal. This was not a Black Friday sale movie that I picked up. This was sometime after Black Friday. I picked it up recently. So yeah, Black Friday. And next up I picked up is a Black Friday sale movie I got, and I've already reviewed this, and I did an episode of, so on my last episode of the podcast, was one of the movies I was talking about, debunking some everyday horror's nonsense. It was kind of blabbering on about this movie in specific, so in one of his videos. But I picked up because I loved the film, I watched it. I do plan on uploading my review of the film. Sadly, it looks like it's going to be an audio-only version of the review because I accidentally deleted the actual video stuff, so maybe I'll turn it into a podcast episode, maybe. But, yeah, the movie here is The Black Phone. Now, I personally enjoyed The Black Phone, so, yeah, so, that's the most I'll go into the film without getting into spoilers or, you know, my actual thoughts aside from the fact that I like the movie, you know, because I'm saving that for the review, but this does include a crap ton of special features for a DVD. So if you're one of those special features guy, like one of those special features people, and you love this film has you covered. It includes deleted scenes, answering the call behind the scenes of The Black Phone, making a documentary, Ethan Hawke's Evil Turn featurette, includes a feature commentary, and much more. Also includes Shadow Power, which is a short film by the director Scott Derrickson. So yeah, oh by the way, I'm not using my microphone or, you know, my other ring light, so tell me in the comments below, how does it look and how does it sound? Because if it sounds crappy, then I'll just have to go in and re-record my audio. It would sound weird, but yeah, and I'm only using one ring light because I'm trying to be quick about this, so, yeah. So tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of the quality here. Is it any different from, you know, or is it like, it's not as good, but I don't mind it, you know, just let me know in the comments below. But I really enjoyed The Black Phone. I am going to upload my review of it at some point soon. Very soon. I just need to edit it. I'm currently in the process of editing my review of Halloween 2018, which I was trying to get done before I upload my, before my 4K Blu-ray review of Halloween 2018 was published onto my channel, but unfortunately it didn't happen, so. But I'm very surprised with how many views that sucker's gotten in a couple days, like 79 views, like holy crap. So, yeah, The Black Phone, really enjoyed it. I think I got this for $8, something like that. So yeah, like $5 or $8. It was around that for Black Friday, so I thought that was a really good deal. I was planning picking this up anyway, whether it be during Black Friday or, you know, like during times I would use my own money to pick up something, or if I bought it online. But I'm glad I picked it up during Black Friday. Now I have it and it's going in the collection. Okay, the next film I got here, again, I haven't seen this film. I got it to complete my collection, and that is The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, I've only seen the first couple Conjuring films. I've seen the first one, and I've seen this first spin-off, which came out afterwards, the first Annabelle movie, which I did review the first Annabelle movie on this channel. But I have yet to review any of the other Conjuring films. At some point I will get on that, since now I have all of them. And this also, just like with Black Friday, this was not a Black Friday sale movie. I got it sometime after. It was in the I think it was in the $7.50 bin, so I got it for about about $8 at Walmart. So yeah. Does this have any special features? Yes, it does. It has a documentary featurette by reason of demonic possession, an in-depth look at the true story that inspired the movie. So yeah, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. So yeah. Okay, this was a Black. So I think let's see, how much of these are Black Friday movies? I have 4 more that's Black Friday movies, and then the rest of them aren't. So yeah, I got this set because I have not seen these movies, and at some point I will cover them on the channel. And that is the Escape Room double feature on DVD. Got this for like $7, which is like, originally it was like $17, so I got it for about $10 off during Black Friday, so I think that's a good deal. Includes both movies. It includes the Escape Room, the first one that came out in 2019, and it includes its sequel, Escape Room Tournament Champions, which came out in 2021, so last year. There are no special features on these movies. It's just the bare bone movies. But one of the cool things is, unlike some double features and triple packs and that, both movies are on separate discs. So if you are one of those people who care about that they're on separate discs, then and whether you've seen these movies, have seen them, whether you love them, hate them, I do recommend getting this. I have yet to watch these, so I don't know what my thoughts are going to be on the Escape Room movies. So yeah, the Escape Room double feature, I got it for about $8 during Black Friday at Walmart. So yeah. Next up, I got also for Black Friday at Walmart, and one I have not seen, and that is the Firestarter remake. Now, I do have the original Firestarter. I got the Scream Factory Collector's Edition Blu-ray of that film. Just never seen it. But now that I got both of these, I will at some point watch both of them, review both of them, and I'll tell you which I prefer. Do I prefer the original Firestarter, or do I prefer the remake? I've heard not good things about the remake, but we'll see. There are special features here. It includes an alternate ending, deleted extended scenes, includes a gag reel, which is technically a blooper reel. It has much more special features than that, apparently. So, yeah, the remake of Firestarter, I think I got this for $5, something like that, maybe $3 or $5, so I thought that was a steal, so picked it up during Black Friday. So yeah, the Firestarter remake. Next up, I also picked up during Black Friday. I think I also picked this up for about $3. And again, it was the complete collection that I have here. And that is The Forever Purge. I've not seen any of the Purge movies, or even the TV show. At some point, I will watch and review all the Purge movies, eventually do the TV show, and then do my ranking of the Purge franchise from worst to best. So yeah, there are special features on this. It includes a deleted scene and an alternate storyboard opening, and it includes 2 featurettes. It includes collapsing the system behind the Forever Purge featurette and a Creeptastic wardrobe featurette. So yeah, I think it only comes with a set of special features, but hey, at least if you're a special features junkie, at least some is better than none. So, again, I have not seen any of the Purge movies. I don't know what the quality is. All I know is apparently the Purge Anarchy is, for a lot of people, the best one, and that's the second one. So yeah, and I've heard the worst one is a tie between this and the first Purge, so the fourth one. So, don't know what people's thoughts are on the TV show. So yeah, the Forever Purge. At some point you will see me cover these movies and do my ranking, all that different stuff, so be sure to look out for that at some point. Okay, got this this at Black Friday as well for a steal. And I got here Godzilla vs. Kong on TV. I have seen this movie. I watched it with my brother Kristen. We watched it when it came out on HBO Max. It was doing that whole in theater and streaming on HBO Max type of deal. Which, yeah, I watched it and we had a fun time with it. That's the most I'm going to go into that. But now I have all of the Legendary Picture MonsterVerse films aside from Kong Skull Island. So I will be covering those, reviewing those on this channel, and then eventually I'll do my ranking of the Legendary Picture MonsterVerse films from worst to best, including this. I picked this up for about the same price as the Forever Purge, which was about $4. Really good deal. As for a movie I actually don't mind, I actually enjoyed Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah, got Godzilla vs. Kong. All I need now left is Kong Skull Island, and my collection of these films will be complete, so. Okay, so moving on from the Black Friday stuff, my god here is, actually, yeah, that's the last of the Black Friday stuff. The rest of the stuff I either got at Walmart in the $5 bins, $7.50 bins, or I got at Dollar Tree. Now, these next two I definitely got at Dollar Tree for $1. I've heard about this one in specific that I'm going to be showing you. Heard it from the channel Drum Dums, and that is The Loved Ones. I've heard of it. I've heard good things about it. Again, especially from Lee McCoy, aka Drum Dums, and heard good things about on his group Killer Flicks, which I'm a part of. I have not seen this movie, but again, I've heard good things, and I saw this at Dollar Tree for $1. I'm like, okay, that's a steal. We'll pick it up. There's no special features. This is just the bare bones DVD of The Loved Ones. So yeah, The Loved Ones from 2012. I've not seen it. Some point I will watch it and review it. Okay, the next one I also picked up at Dollar Tree. I only really picked it up because it was a Shudder original. I try to get a lot of Shudder movies if I can for pretty inexpensive. I've gotten a few before at Dollar Tree. I'm surprised with how much Shudder originals you can find at Dollar Tree. And that is the Shudder original of The Martians. I have seen a trailer to this. I don't know what people's views are on this. But yeah. But yeah, it's a Shudder original. Probably will check it out at some point. And there's no special features. It's just the bare bones movie, so you just get the movie. And yeah. Marshes, when did this came out? It was like, it says 2016, so yeah, this movie came out in 2016, so yeah. Marshes. Okay, now for the last few movies. Now, the next two I got at Walmart. The next one I got here is, I have not seen either of these movies, but I got this to complete the collection. That is A Quiet Place Part 2. I have not seen any of the Quiet Place movies. So I was waiting until I got A Quiet Place Part 2 so that I could go in and watch both of them and then do my review of both of them. I've heard really good things about both. So yeah. Yeah, there's no special features on this. It's just a bare bones DVD. Got this in $7.50 bin at Walmart, so I got it for about $8. So yeah. A Quiet Place Part 2. I got both of them now, so you will see me cover the movies at some point. Now, another series I just completed my collection of is the Tremors franchise. I now have Tremors Shrinker's Island, which I also picked up at Walmart in the $5 bin. This was for $5, so yeah, I picked it up. I was like, for $5, why not? So now I have all the Tremors movies. So I've reviewed the first two. I reviewed the first one for my Halloween review series of 2021. and then I reviewed the second one for this year. So, what do you guys think? Do you think I should be reviewing them every October, or do you think I should just go ahead and review the rest of the series for next year? Like, pick a certain day, like certain time period, time slots next year to basically try to review the rest of the Tremors movies, because I got to go through Tremors 3 to this. Now, for those who are wondering, this does have special features. It includes the Monsters of Tremors featurette, Tremors Top 30 Moments featurette, and The Legend of Bert Gummer featurette. So if you're, again, one of the special feature junkies, this will have you covered at least. I mean, it's not chock full of special features, but again, at least some special features are better than having no special features. So yeah, Tremors, Shrinker's Island. Have not seen it. Now have all the Tremors movies, so yeah. Okay, the last one I got, and this is the last Dollar Tree pickup. And I've heard of this film, that's why I picked it up, and that is the film Unsane. Now, the reason I've heard of it, I've heard it from the channel Film Riot, because they brought it up about how this film was one of those examples of the film that was completely shot on a iPhone. So yeah, and I saw it on Blu-ray at Dollar Tree. I was like, why not? For $1. So yeah, Unsane. Don't really know what it's about for the most part, but yeah. And it does include a bonus feature. It's it's called Unsanity featurette. So this film came out in 2018. So yeah, got on Blu-ray, includes Blu-ray plus DVD. So yeah, Unsane, got a Dollar Tree for $1. Okay, so that is it for this portion of the collection, holiday shopping haul collection update video. And I got a decent amount of movies here. Like, just look at this. I got stock full of movies here. So yeah, November was a pretty good month for movies for me. So, in regards to picking them up. So yeah, I will come back here by the end of December, after Christmas and that, to show you guys what movies I got, if I got any movies.
Okay, so now I'm back here. I got more stuff for the holiday shopping haul video, and I got even more stuff coming in soon. I think I got something like, if everything goes well with Amazon and Walmart, because there seems to be something going a bit off, but if everything goes well, I should be getting an additional 20 more movies in. And plus, I got 2 more items coming in from Trick or Treat Studios. So, yeah, I'm getting 2 more Tots masks. So, it's been a while since I got a Tots mask. The last one I got was the Halloween Michael Myers mask replica from the original Halloween, from this movie. I'll just save what max I'm getting for when they actually come in, but I'm really looking forward to them. I got some more movies here, and I also got something else here in the main caves, so we're going to start off with the movies here. The movies I got here, and this all I got during Christmas. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the first movie I got here, it's the newest horror comedy from A24, and that is Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I have no idea. Okay, so let me put this out there. I have never seen this film. I know it's brand new, but I have not yet seen it. Honestly, I have no idea what it's about. From what I could tell, it's a horror comedy, and from what I could tell as well, it looks like it's going to make fun of millennials or Gen Z, or I don't know what the fuck generation we are right now. They keep on changing it, so I don't know. So, I don't know what is the general reception of this movie. I don't know if people hate it. I don't know if people love it. I don't know if people are somewhere in between where they think some things are good, but other things are just terrible. I have no idea. Or if this is just some forgettable movie that you'll forget about and will be, you know, I have no idea. I'm going into this completely blind, so at some point you will see a review of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies on the channel. So yeah. And here's the thing, I've been digging A24 horror films. I love films like The Witch and The Lighthouse, which I both got in there. yeah. Also, I just recently picked up X, so yeah, I'm diving a bit more into A24 horror films lately. So yeah, you will see a review of Bodies sometime, probably next year, 2023. So be lookout for that for next year. So yeah, there are a couple of special features on this DVD, and that is Auditor and Who Wants to Play the Making of Bodies, and there is deleted scenes. So it has a making of featurette, has audio commentary, and has deleted scenes. So that's a pretty decent selection. It's not too much, but pretty decent selection of special features, especially for a bare bones DVD release. And this is the DVD I did not pick up the Blu-ray. But yeah, so there's a decent selection of special features on this movie. And again, I'm going into this movie completely blind, so you will eventually see a review of Bodies sometime next year. So yeah, Bodies, the new horror comedy from A24, came out this year. So yeah, brand new release here. Okay, the next item I got here, and this isn't a movie. This is a TV show. Well, it's a season set, and that is Creepshow season 3. Now, here's the thing: first of all, I have only seen one episode of the first season of this show, and I thought it was decent. I thought it was cool seeing Tobin Bell, fucking Jigsaw in there. But yeah, it was cool. I liked it. But then I saw Walmart had this, so I'm like, okay, I have to get it at some point. And I don't have season 1 or 2. So at some point I will pick up season 1 and 2. And if they have any of the other stuff, like some of the, like the couple animated specials that they did on DVD, I'll pick those up as well and put them in my Creepshow collection. Because here's the thing, I love the original Creepshow. I have the original Creepshow poster up on my wall here. Like up in my wall in the man cave in the studio, whatever you want to call it. But I also did watch Creepshow 2. Didn't really like it all that much. I do own Creepshow 2. Have not seen Creepshow 3, which a lot of people said so bad and it wasn't even made by the original filmmakers, like any of them. So they kind of consider it not canon to Creepshow mythology, if you will. I will at some point get Creepshow 3 and do a review of that. I heard it's kind of hard to find. I did found a DVD copy on either Amazon or Walmart. It was Amazon for like $15. So at some point I will pick that up. At some point for $15 on Amazon. So yeah, at some point you will see me do a review of Creepshow 3. I already reviewed the first 2 Creepshow movies. So after I review Creepshow 3, you will see me cover the series on my channel. At some point I will watch the entire series and do a review of season 1, season 2, season 3, and the couple animated specials, and then eventually do my ranking of the Creepshow franchise, because of the series, it's a franchise. It's not a duology, it's not a trilogy, it's a franchise, you know? Because again, we had like 3 movies and 3 seasons of a TV show, and a couple animated specials from the TV show. I think one is like a Halloween special, one's just holiday Christmas special kind of deal. I don't know. But yeah, Creepshow season 3 on DVD. And by the way, the series is brought by Shudder. It's a Shudder original series. Shudder picked up this show. And yeah, there are some special features here. It includes Amazon Comic-Con panel interview with Greg Nicotero, who was the makeup effects artist on the show The Walking Dead. Maureen Doe, Rusty Cundid, Michael Rooker, and James Remar. Sorry if I butchered a couple of those names, but the only person I'm the only people in this interview I'm remotely familiar with is Greg Nicotero and Michael Rooker. Because Michael Rooker, I think he played, didn't he play Yondu in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies? So, yeah, I think he did. So, that's where I know him from, is from Guardians of the Galaxy, is Yondu. Didn't know he ended up appearing in the show, so that's kind of interesting. It's moderated by Entertainment Weekly's Clark Collins. There's a behind-the-scenes raw footage, comic art booklet inside, and behind-the-scenes photo gallery. So, a decent amount of special features in this set if you're a fan of not just the movies but also the series that Shudder has been airing. So yeah, Creepshow Season 3, at some point I will get Season 1 and 2, and if they have any of the animated specials on DVD and that, I will pick them up, and then eventually I'll cover the TV show at some point, and eventually the, what people consider the non-canon Creepshow 3. So yeah, and then do my ranking of the Creepshow franchise. So yeah, Creepshow. It is the most fun. Next one I got here. Now this was honestly a surprise because this one's not meant to come out till later, but Walmart came out with it early and I saw it. I was like, you know what, I'm getting it. And that is Halloween Ends. Yes, they came out with Halloween Ends early at Walmart. I don't know why. Because it's not meant to come out till December 27th. But Walmart pushed it out early. I saw it and I was like, okay, I had to get it. Got it before Christmas. So yeah, I got the Blu-ray. So it includes the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. Now I did my review of Halloween Ends, and if you seen that review, you would know I actually rather enjoyed Halloween Ends. I don't get what all the hate is about. I mean, I kind of do, because marketing was kind of making you think you were going to get one type of movie, but instead you got a completely different type of movie. I could kind of get that if you end up being pissed off by that. I totally get that, because the marketing was making you think you were going to get yet another Michael Myers vs. Laurie Strode type of movie, but instead they gave you something different, which honestly I was hoping for something different. Because for me I was like, really, are we really going to have another Michael vs. Laurie fight? And for me, so I just wasn't interested in that idea, considering we've got that. But how many times now we got it in Halloween H2O, we got it in Halloween 2018, and then Halloween Kills was building up yet another final confrontation between the two, and I'm like, okay, I'm just really not that interested. But they're going to do it, make it a big epic fight, and have it, and don't cheap out on us, make it to where one of these characters die. I don't care who at this point. Kill Michael, kill Laurie, or hell, maybe even kill both of them, So that's kind of what I was like, and I was not expecting what we end up getting either, but personally I enjoyed that because I don't want my movies to be predictable. I don't want to go into the film be predictable. Like, it's like, okay, I know it's going to be this from point A to point B. I know how all this is going to end. The only thing I will agree with you guys on is that I do think that the Laurie versus Michael stuff we do get was kind of shoved in the last minute. Didn't felt natural. Didn't feel like, it was actually building up to that final confrontation like that. It just kind of came out of nowhere. So I will admit, I do agree with you guys on that. I think it should have been built up maybe throughout the course of the movie, but or maybe what they should have done, they should have done 2 movies. They should have done the whole Corey Cunningham storyline in one movie, and then the whole Laurie versus Michael thing last movie, or they should have had Corey Cunningham take on the mantle, the shape in that, and had him and her fight each other. And so that's when he would have became essentially the new Michael Myers. So, or I don't know. And I do agree. Maybe, I could see how it could be a bit like all of a sudden we got this new character and Corey Cunningham and that. I get how that could kind of seem rough for a lot of people. Maybe if they had Tori in Halloween Kills, like, reintroduced, in that movie, and then focus on him in Halloween Ends, maybe that would have eased people. I don't know. But for me, I know, because it's the internet, there's going to be toxic assholes on the internet, who just feel like they have to hate on something just because they just do, because either A, they do it to get clicks on the internet, because apparently, hating on something or someone gets you clicks, which I don't get that. I personally don't. Personally, for me, I prefer a much more positive, and even if it's negative, I prefer to have there being a lot more nuance than just, like just raging all the time and trying to purposely rage get your audience to rage as well, I don't know, it's just not my thing. I personally don't get it, and I think, honestly, it's kind of disgusting when people do that. So, because essentially, it's lazy content for the most part, knowing that too, they do end up, essentially, they're using their audience. They're using their audience for money. Nothing more, nothing less, And if they get a new, if they find out that they could get a new, bigger audience that they can milk out of, they would probably disregard the old audience just like that. So yeah. So I hate that, but if you have general grievances with this movie and have actual general critiques on this movie, then yeah, I totally get it. I get why you may not like this movie. But for me, I personally enjoyed it. In fact, I don't know. I think it may be my favorite of the Blumhouse trilogy, the David Gordon Green trilogy. I don't know. I'll have to kind of look back at the entire trilogy and see how it does for me. But yeah, there are special features on this Blu-ray. There is deleted extended scenes. And it says, plus go behind the scenes with the original Final Girl, Jamie Lee Curtis, and filmmakers to celebrate the making of the greatest horror franchise ever made. And then there is No Place Like Haddonfield featurette, Final Girl featurette, Ending Halloween featurette, and much more. So yeah, Halloween Ends on Blu-ray. I recommend you pick it up, especially since it's now at Walmart. So if you do, with your local Walmart and that, your local Walmart, if you happen to be there and you see it and you like the movie, pick it up. If you don't like the movie, and it's been a while since you checked it out, let's go ahead and rewatch it and try to see if you could go into it more with an open mind, already knowing what kind of film you're going to get, and see if your thoughts change, So yeah, Halloween Ends. And yes, at some point I will eventually, after I review all the other Halloween films, I will do my ultimate ranking of the Halloween franchise from worst to the best, including Halloween Ends, all 13 movies. So yeah, Halloween Ends on Blu-ray. Okay, so the next one I got here is I got it at Walmart in the $5 DVD bin, because I was missing only one of these movies. And that is the I Know What You Did Last Summer trilogy. That includes I Know What You Did Last Summer, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. I have not seen a single one of these films. I have not. So, I wanted to wait to watch these until I got the entire trilogy, so now I do. And I actually had gotten some people to recommend me to review these movies for the 4th of July, since apparently these films take place on the 4th of July. So, next July, I will be covering the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. I will post the first one on July, on July 2nd. July 2nd, I'll post my review of the first one. July 3rd, the second one, and July 4th, the third one. And then eventually I'll do my ranking of all three movies from the worst to the best. So yeah, the I Know What You Did Last Summer trilogy, there are no special features, it's just the bare bones movie. Like the bare bones movies and that, which is all I needed. So yeah. Be sure to look out for my eventual review series of the I Know What You Did Last Summer trilogy. So yeah. Okay, and just similarly to that, I wasn't going to be watching these films until after I got all of them, and I got the last film of this specific franchise. And this is the brand new, this is the newcomer to this franchise, and that is Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. I have not seen any of the Resident Evil films, nor have I played any of the games, so if I go into the films, I will be coming in from somebody who has never played the game, so I'll be able to purely judge them based on films alone, and not as adaptations of video games that as far as I know, people love, or like people love those games. So yeah, and as far as I know, this is a reboot, essentially a reboot for the Resident Evil film franchise. And it looks like there are no special features, so this is just the bare bones DVD. So yeah, Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. Honestly, never seen any of these films, so at some point next year you will see me cover the Resident Evil franchise now. So be out on the look for that review series as well. Okay, the next one I got, and this is the last Blu-ray in this haul so far, and until all my stuff from Walmart and Amazon comes in the mail, and that is I think this was 2020. This was the 2020 thriller movie Unhinged with Russell Crowe. Now, I've heard of this film, never seen it. All I know is it's essentially it's about one of those road rage type of drivers with Russell Crowe being this guy. It was like this woman ends up pissing off the wrong guy, you know. She wasn't trying to piss the guy off, but it's just like, and then he's just after her. He's relentlessly after her, and that's why I heard about this movie. Yeah, so Unhinged. Don't know anything else much about it aside from that, and yeah, I picked it up because it was just under $4 at Walmart. I know the DVD on Walmart and stuff like that is like under $4, but this is a Blu-ray, and I'm like, okay, since it's on Blu-ray, might as well pick it up. So yeah, Unhinged with Russell Crowe came out in 2020. Okay, now we're down to the last DVD of this haul so far, and that is I think, when did it came out? 2020, either 2020, 2021, I think it was 2020, and that is Willy's Wonderland. Have not seen the movie, but I know that's apparently part of a song that's in the movie, I don't know. Yeah, Willy's Wonderland. I've been wanting to pick this up for a while because I've heard it's a fun horror movie, starring Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, if you guys don't know, has kind of become a bit of, it seems like he's trying to, become a horror icon, because he's done stuff like 2018's Mandy. He did, Color Out of Space from 2019 or 2020, and he did this. He did Willy's Wonderland. So, if you guys have been wondering where Nicolas Cage has been lately, he's been this after Into the Spider-Verse. So, yeah, and there are special features to this movie, to this DVD release. Inside the Fun, the making of Willy's Wonderland, set tour with Christian Del Grosso, Colorful Darkness and the Demon Atrons, the production design of Willy's Wonderland, Fresh Meat, the cast, DVD exclusive, featurette, and character and production design artwork down. So yeah, for traditionally bare bones release, this has a decent amount of special features. So at some point you will see me cover Willy's Wonderland on the channel. So yeah. Willy's Wonderland with Nicolas Cage. Yep. That's about it. Okay, so I got a couple more things to show that aren't DVDs, and that is, now I may be sending this back depending on if we could get this figured out. And the thing I got is, I may be returning this item in case of some things. I tried to open it, but it looks like it's stuck, so I'll let someone else deal with it, but, since I don't want to break this. And that is that's this. This is the soundtrack to the series Stranger Things on cassette. Yes, cassette tape. So if you don't know, I have a vinyl record player. It has several different functions. It not only plays vinyls, it plays CDs, plays Bluetooth. Like you could connect it with Bluetooth. And it also has a cassette player and an FM radio, but it has a cassette player on the side. So yeah, this is my first cassette. Got at Walmart. Yeah, if you could look, for some reason it's just not wanting to open. I think it's got something stuck. So I don't want to mess with it any further, just in case worrying about breaking it, but yeah, but the reason I might trade it in besides of that is because, well, might take it back because of that, is because, well, I tried playing it into my cassette player and it didn't look like it fit inside, so any way I did, if I did, like, and again, I did hook it out, so, and I know you have to take it out, but but I tried putting it in through, like, this way, tried putting it through this way, and it just wouldn't fit. So, if it turns out it's too big, then we'll just, I'll just return it and exchange it for something else. But if not, then I'll keep it and listen to it. Because, again, I got down to watching the first episode of Stranger Things Season 1. And one of the things I did like about the first episode was the score. The score was fucking fantastic. So even if I don't watch the rest of the show, I would personally love to listen to the soundtrack. So yeah, Stranger Things soundtrack on cassette. I may return this. I don't know. But yeah, I'll let you know. When I come back here, if I return it or not, and got it something else out of it. Okay, so I got one more thing here, and that is, okay, so remember when I picked up a foreign release of Grave Encounters, the 2011 found footage horror film by the Vicious Brothers? Yeah, I picked that up because the American release was too damn expensive. It was like something like $40 for just the standard DVD that came out like in 2011. I was like, I love that film, but I'm not going to pay $40 for it. So I found a foreign release. It was like a UK release or something like that for $10, something like that, plus some shipping fee. So it was like roughly around $15. So I much would rather pay $15 than like $40-50. So I got it in, and I got a Blu-ray player from the pawn shop, convinced it was region free. I thought it was, because I know it was LG, all that stuff, and yeah, so I popped it. Well, I have like a couple Arrow Video titles here. I have the Arrow Video release of Reanimator, which I know that's region A, one or a few region A titles. And then I got the Arrow Video release of Madman on Blu-ray, and it looks like it was a UK release, and it was playing fine on my old player. But then I tried the Grave Encounters DVD, and all it would just say, oh, error, check region code, and then it would just eject the discs, and every time I did, I would even press numbers or stuff like that, and it didn't work. So I was at this point convinced that it was not region free. So I ended up ordering a region-free DVD player. It's LG as well. It looks exactly the same as my other one, except it looks like it's a bit bigger. And it worked. It really worked. And I was over the moon about it. So now I actually really do got a region-free player. So expect foreign releases and stuff like that coming in, like Arrow Video titles. Okay, so here it was the foreign release of Grave Encounters that I picked up a while ago. I have no idea what region this is or what country it comes from. Looks like it's probably UK because it has American, well, it has English typing. So, yeah. And I popped this in and just kept on doing that error. But now that I got an actual region-free player, which I did make sure before, check the reviews. Then when it came here, I checked the box and it said, yeah, this plays multiple regions. So, hey guys. It works. It freaking works. So yeah, it works. Yes, I finally got it to work, guys. So yeah, as you can see, this is a truly region-free player. So now I'll be able to get releases from all over the world. So yeah, expect to see a lot more of that on this channel. So just to recap, this is my media haul that I got. So I got Bodies, Creepshow Season 3, Howling Ends, the I Know What You Did Last Summer trilogy, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, Unhinged, Willy's Wonderland, the Stranger Things soundtrack on cassette tape, although that might be traded in, that might be sent back, I don't know, depending on certain things, but, and I got myself a region-free Blu-ray player. So, that is a pretty good haul for now. I will come back whenever all the stuff I get from Walmart and Amazon, which again, if everything goes according to plan with that, it goes smoothly, I should be getting in 20 movies by next week. First week of January. And I'll add that to the collection update video. So yeah, and then of course I got a couple of Top Max coming in. Not going to tell you which ones they are. Now they should be shipping out like next week. So that means I don't know how fast those Trick or Treat Studios shipping is. I got it directly from got these two Macs directly from the Trick or Treat Studios website. So don't know how fast their shipping is. So if their shipping is as fast as Amazon, it could get here next week. But if not, probably expect to see them in the next, within the next couple weeks. So once that happens, then I will add that into the collection video. And yeah, I'm really excited about all those. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Again, I'll come back at some point with all the additional stuff, like all the additional movies, and then when the Macs come in, I'll come in and just edit all of that into this video and render the video and have it uploaded by the end of January. So yeah, so that's it for now, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so now I'm back with the rest of the movies. Well, okay, the majority of the rest of the movies I got in for Christmas. I still got 2 more coming in. I hope you guys had a Happy New Year's. It's now 2023. So this is technically the first stuff you see of me in 2023. But I think the official first thing I would do in 2023 would be like a movie review or something like that. This is still technically 2022 content here. But I think the first movie review I end up doing or something like that will be considered my first bit of 2023 content. But yeah, I got a huge stack of movies here. I'm missing 2. There's 2 coming in from Amazon. When those come in, I will get those, and plus I also still have 2 Macs from Trick or Treat Studios coming in. From what I heard, won't be shipped out till next week, so expect it to come here in about like a couple weeks or something like that. Once I get those 2 movies and those 2 TOTS Macs in, you will see me cover those in this video. I've been editing this video, and so far the video is over an hour long, another hour long video, so definitely my longest collection update video for sure, especially on my second channel. So starting off, and I did alphabetize these, so they're going in alphabetical order. Starting off, we got the Black Christmas remake from 2019, the one that was produced by Blumhouse. I think it was directed by Sofia Coppola. Yeah, I have seen this movie. I have seen all the Black Christmas movies. A bit of a recap of my thoughts on these movies. The original I love, which you will see eventually me talk about all 3 of these films. I plan on doing that for my 12 Days of Christmas review series for this year, which, before I get into that, I would like to say I apologize that I did not do my 12 Days of Christmas review series for December of last year, for 2022, because, well, it was just a hectic December, and I just also wanted to chill. So, because of how hectic it was, so, yeah. But I will do my damnedest to make record videos for this December. So, and some of the movies you'll see me cover for this December are all 3 Black Christmas movies. But, yeah. So, the original I love. So, let's get that out of the way. It's up there with one of my, definitely, like, let's say, top 5, top 10 horror films of all time. Yeah, so, the second one, which is the first remake that came out in 2006, I hated it. I'm not one of those people who think, oh, it's overrated, like, it's, like, misunderstood or something like that. No, I hated it. Like, I just felt like it disrespected what the original did. It's one of the few times I actually felt like a film disrespected, the legacy of an original film, like, yeah, I just hated it. The 2019 one, well, okay, so when they first announced they were doing another Black Christmas movie, which was in, I think, early 2019 that they announced it, and it was going to be shooting in June or something like that. I was a bit like, well, really? And it's being done by Blumhouse, which did Halloween 2018, which was decent. But at the time, I was like really hyped for Halloween 2018. And honestly, looking back on it now, I did a re-review recently, which is going to be uploaded for this year as well. I personally still, like, I love Halloween 2018. There's still some problems with it, sure, but... So when they announced it and everything, I was like, okay, that's cool. But then there was a bit of a red flag, and that was, it was not only going to be filmed, it was not only announced early 2019, not only going to be filmed in June, but it ended up being released in, I think it was like October, December 2019, so it only took a few months for the entire production, like pre-production, post-production, and all that, and that was kind of a red flag there. I'm like, ooh, yeah, because kind of reminded me of Halloween 5, when after Halloween 5's success, they rolled into production and everything not that long and didn't have a finished script, and came out the following year, that's how you got, the quality that was Halloween 5. So, yeah, kind of remind me of that, and that was a bit of a red flag for me, but I still was going to go check it out, because, Black Christmas and that. Then the internet happened. The internet happened, and it was a complete shitstorm, for this movie. I've heard so many things from it, from decent criticism to some of those bad faith criticisms you hear online. So I was like, okay, kind of took me a while before I ended up watching it, and then I watched it with Josh. This might be a hot take, but I didn't thought it was as bad as the internet made it out to be. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not great. It's not like the original Black Christmas, but personally for me at the time, I would much rather rewatch this version of Black Christmas over the 2006 remake. That just was my opinion at the time, so, and that was a while ago. I never reviewed this film. I only reviewed the first two Black Christmas movies, and that was over on my main channel, so, Blood Moon Productions, so you will be seeing me redo redo reviews for both those movies. Plus, you'll see me do a review of this and get my full honest thoughts on it. But yeah, this is the Blu-ray DVD digital combo pack, so it includes the Blu-ray disc, the DVD, and a digital code. I got the Blu-ray because it was actually pretty inexpensive. It was on sale for like $8, so yeah. And there are special features that include deleted and extended scenes, alternate ending, the remaking of the cult classic, welcome to Mo Kappa Occlusion, I don't know what that is, feature commentary, and more. If you're a fan of this one, or you just want to see what happened behind the scenes or anything of this movie, like you're kind of confused in that, this seems like it has a decent amount of special features. So, Black Christmas 2019, you will see me cover all 3 Black Christmas movies this December. Now we got this one, which comes from our horror friends over in the UK, Arrow Video, and that is the Arrow Video Blu-ray Collector's Edition of Bride of Reanimator. Yes, I now got the second Reanimator film. I do have the first one from Arrow Video over there. It's a DVD, but I got the Blu-ray of this one. So, I've never seen the sequels. I've only seen the first one, and I reviewed the first one on my on this channel for last October. So I guess I'll eventually cover this this year. I'll eventually cover Bride of Reanimator at some point. So yeah, the Arrow Video title, it does include the DVD and the Blu-ray, and also includes an alternate cover art. I've seen this cover art before as well. I think this might be the original poster art, I don't know. So yeah, you could reverse the... This might be the original poster art as well, I don't know. See if you guys can see it. But yeah, So yeah, and this does have a crap ton of special features, just like the Arrow Video DVD of Reanimator. Includes a brand new 2K restoration of the unrated version, the film approved by director Brian Yuzna, high definition Blu-ray, and standard definition DVD presentations, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, brand new audio commentary with Brian Yuzna, audio commentary with Yuzna, stars Jeffrey Combs, special effects co-director Tom Ramone, and the effects team including John Carl Buechler, Mike Geek, Robert Kurtzman, Howard Berger, and Screaming Mad George. Audio commentary with stars Jeffrey Combs and Bruce Abbott. Brian Yuzna remembers Reanimator, which is a brand new featurette in which the director looks back at the making of the first Reanimator sequel. Splatter Matters, Splatter Masters, the special effects artist of Bride of Reanimator, brand new VFX featurette with a wealth of behind-the-scenes footage and interviews with Robert Kurtzman of KMVFX, Screaming Mad George, Tony Dublin, and John Carl Buechler. Getting ahead of horror, archival making a featurette, deleted scenes, and includes a reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Gary Cohen. So, yeah. Crap ton of special features here. And it says all these are director-approved special features. So yeah, the director Brian Yuzna approved of every single one of the special features in this release. So yeah, Bride of Reanimator, have not seen it yet. I will eventually check it out sometime this year, and you will see me cover Bride of Reanimator. And if I get hold of the Vestron Blu-ray of Beyond Reanimator, I will review that as well. Like review Beyond Reanimator, and then eventually do a ranking of the Reanimator trilogy. But yeah, Bride of Reanimator. Looking forward to seeing this actually, because I love the first Reanimator, and so yeah. Coming from our good old friends at Scream Factory, and that is the Scream Factory Blu-ray of Candyman: Farewell to the Flesh. Now I got all Candyman movies. This was the only one I was missing. So on my old channel I did review the first 3 Candyman movies, but on this channel I did review the new one. Although what I may do is I will go and re-review the first 3 and re-review the new one by Dean DaCosta, so that I could just have a consistent format and just say the one I did with Josh was just part of the podcast, because that's what it was. Yeah, so you'll eventually see me cover actual reviews of all 4 Candyman movies, and then eventually my ranking. So I got this because I, again, didn't have Farewell to the Flesh. I only had the original from Scream Factory and Vestron Collector's Edition Blu-ray of Candyman free, and just the standard DVD of the new one that came out. So there are special features on here, not much, because this isn't like a collector's edition or anything like that. It includes an audio commentary with director Bill Condon, new interviews with actors Tony Todd and Veronica Cartwright, and a theatrical trailer. So yeah, not too much. And just like with most Scream Factory titles, it does include a reversible cover. So there's the reversible one, if you guys could see it. Now I have seen this and covered it, of course. My recollection of the sequel is not very good. I don't think it's nearly as good as the original, but it's not as bad as Candyman 3: Day of the Dead. There were some really good moments in this film, especially from Tony Todd. Yeah, outside of that, this one, it's just essentially they made this into a generic slasher film, which the original Candyman was not a generic slasher film. So yeah, you will see me cover this on this channel at some point this year as well. You'll see me cover all the Candyman movies and then do the ranking. So yeah, that's Candyman: Farewell to the Flesh Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Next one I got here, and this is a triple pack I got from Walmart, and that is the Carrie Free Film Collection. Now this includes the original Carrie, the Rage Carrie 2, and the 2002 made-for-TV remake. Now, I have not seen any of the Carrie movies, and yes, if you guys are wondering, I do have the 2013 remake with Chloe Grace Moretz. It's in the collection, so I still have that. So now I have all the Carrie movies. I have not seen any of them. I have not seen the original 2013 one, so that's why I got this. And if you're wondering if there's any special features on these, nope, it's just the bare bones movies. So it's like one of them kind of tried to slip. The Carrie Free Film Collection, mostly got because I did not have the Rage Carrie 2 and the 2002 miniseries, plus I also got it because the version of the original I got, it was just in one of those kind of like CD cases, like didn't have a case or anything, so now I could just get rid of that. Carrie Free Film Collection, now I have all of them, so you will eventually see me cover the Carrie franchise for this year and do a ranking of them all from worst to best. Okay, speaking of completed franchises, I now got the remake of Child's Play from 2019, which I have seen, I have reviewed before. I just have yet to cover it on this channel, but now I got it. So yeah, I remember really enjoying this when it came out. Not as good as the original Child's Play, but I felt like it was a good, fresh new direction for it. thought all the actors did pretty good. So yeah, I did watch this one in the theater when it came out. The only thing I would say is I thought it was kind of scummy the way MGM did this. You know, it was kind of scummy towards Don Mancini. So I do not approve of the way the film was brought out. But overall, I thought when the film came out for what it is, I thought it was decent, like really good. Personally, I liked it better than Cult of Chucky. This does come with special features. This includes audio commentary with director Lars Kiefberg, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Making of Child's Play documentary, bring Child's Play's Chucky to life. Soundtrack trailer, Lee Hardcastle Claymation Gallery and theatrical trailer. This is just a standard DVD I got for like under $4 on Walmart on sale. So yeah, now I have all of them, including the TV show, mostly season 1. You will see me cover the Child's Play franchise later this year. I actually got some uploaded by, well, I still need to edit my reviews of Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, and that's it. And then I need to review this, and then I need to review season 1 and season 2 of the TV show. So you will see me cover the entire Child's Play franchise this year. It'll be sometime later this year, like August, I think. Child's Play 2019 remake. Okay, this one I got in because, again, like for some reason Walmart was just having a good amount of sales on like DVDs and Blu-rays, so I picked this up because it was on sale for like $13, and that is it's a brand new horror film, and that is let's see, when did it came out? Nope, can't find a release date, but I know it came out recently, and that is The Cursed. Have not seen this one. I've heard good things about it. It is a werewolf horror film. It's a brand new werewolf horror film. I heard good things about it. So yeah, this is the Blu-ray I got for like, again, just under $13. So it was on sale. So I was like, why not? Why don't I pick this up? So yeah, you will see me cover The Curse at some point this year. Another one you'll see me eventually cover this year as well is Don't Breathe 2. I actually just picked this up from Walmart. It was on sale on Blu-ray for a pretty good price, so. And I have reviewed Don't Breathe. It was one of my earlier reviews on this channel. Did about a year ago. And if you have not seen my review, go watch it. But for those who have, you know, I love the first Don't Breathe. I thought it was pretty good. Suspense movie. But yeah, so I was excited when they announced they were doing a sequel, and then I heard the internet kind of like, mostly because of the fact that it deals with Stephen Lang's character right here. I think that's how you pronounce him. Yeah. Oh yeah, Stephen Lang. The blind man from the first movie. And the reason is because it was portraying him as a hero, and if you've seen the first movie and knows what he does by the end of that film, or tries to do by the end of that film, you know that you could understand why people were frustrated, or at least, you know, disgusted by how, like, what they did with the character in this for the sequel. But I don't know, for me personally, I picked it up. It's pretty inexpensive. Have not seen it. I want to give my own judgment on the film. And coming from somebody who has seen the first film, covered it, and loved it. So, yeah. This does have special features. It includes alternate ending, Friends and Filmmakers featurette, Bad Man, Slang is Back featurette, Designing Deception featurette, and it includes audio commentaries with the filmmakers. So, a decent amount of special features if you ended up loving Don't Breathe 2. So, yeah, got Don't Breathe 2, so now I have both of them. And you will see me cover Don't Breathe 2 on the channel. Okay, next one I got is I got Gremlins 2, the new batch. This is the only Gremlins movie I did not add. Found it at Walmart for being expensive again. They were having sales like no tomorrow. So, have not seen either Gremlins movies. I was planning on covering these last month in December, but I will probably do that more than likely this December, along with the free Black Christmas movies and some other ones here and there. So, have not seen this one or the original. I've not seen either of them. So, there are some special features on this, surprisingly. There's over 20 minutes of additional scenes, revealing making of featurette, commentary by director Joe Dante and producer Michael Fennell, theatrical trailer, and language and subtitled English, French, Spanish. Yeah, so a decent amount of special features for a DVD. So yeah, you will see me cover both Gremlins movies this December. Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Okay, next one I got is another triple pack, and that is the Hostel trilogy collection. Includes Hostel, Hostel Part 2, and Hostel Part 3. I have not seen any of the Hostel movies. I know these were kind of like one of the films that came out after Saw came out. Was kind of like, when you think of the torture porn term, this is one of the few film franchises you would normally think of is the Hostel franchise. Have not seen these. I will probably cover them. Try to cover them this year on the channel. All 3 Hostel films. Now, I only had like the first 2, so I could trade in the first 2 and get some additional movies. So yeah. I only was missing Hostel Part 3, so yeah. Got this for $5 at Walmart here. So yeah. The Hostel Trilogy Collection. Okay, we got a double pack here. And some films I've been hearing about, and that is the Houses That October Built 2 film collection. So this includes the Houses That October Built and Houses That October Built Part 2. Now, I've heard about these. I've heard the first one was pretty good. These are both found footage horror films that came out in 2014 and 2017, and they're made by Blumhouse, I think. Doesn't look like it, but it does say from the producers Paranormal Activity and Insidious. So I'm guessing it was produced by Jason Blum. I heard the first one was pretty good, and the second one was not really good at all. So. And I picked this up because, A, I wanted to get both. B, it was actually cheaper to get these in a set than it would be separately. So, yeah. The Houses That October Built 2 film collection includes both movies. The first one from 2014 and the second one from 2017. So, yeah. Gonna eventually check these out this year as well. Okay, next up. I got is not really horror, but the original ones count as horror, just like with certain ones as well. So that's why I picked it up and it's going in here. That is Kong Skull Island. I also am playing it in here because I have all the legendary MonsterVerse films in here. So this way, I have seen this film, and I loved it. Actually, it was the first time I actually loved one of these legendary MonsterVerse films, and I thought it was a fun action movie, and I thought for the most part everybody did a good job, ranging from Samuel Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, John Goodman, even Brie Larson I thought did a good job in this. And this was of course around the time everybody was shitting on Brie Larson, and people still shit on Brie Larson to this day, which again, guys, cut it out. There are some special features here, and just includes the director's commentary. So, at some point, you will see me cover all of the legendary Pictures MonsterVerse films on this channel, probably this year. So, yeah. Kong Skull Island. Okay, next up is another one I have yet to see, and that is the Blu-ray. That is the Blu-ray of Last Night in Soho. I picked this up on Walmart.com. This was actually Walmart was the cheapest place you could get this. It was like $10. Have not seen this. I heard a lot of great things about it. It's directed by Edgar Wright, which I have not seen a film by him. I do have another one of his films over there, and that's Shaun of the Dead. Have not seen that one. And there are special features here. It includes deleted scenes, plus go behind the scenes with filmmakers and how to discover how this groundbreaking film was made. So yeah, and it's the Blu-ray DVD digital compact. So yeah, Last Night in Soho, you will probably see me check it out and cover it on the channel this year as well. Okay, next one I have seen, and I actually did a review for. Just have not edited it yet, but you will see the review popped up for this year. And that is the newest film by Jordan Peele, and that is Nope. I actually did like Nope. I've seen, like, for example, I was watching seeing what people thought of it, and I saw the channel Drum Drums did his top 10 worst horror films of 2022, and he put Nope on here, on that list. I'm like, what? I mean, sure, it's not I don't know if I would consider one of the better films of this year or not, but I don't think it's like, okay, so personally my thoughts on the film is that I thought it was, I liked it enough to pick up the DVD, and it wasn't as good as his first film, Get Out, but I thought it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And there are some special features that includes deleted scenes, gag reel, and more. So, yeah. So, Nope. I did review this. I'm going to, at some point soon, edit the review and get it uploaded for this year. So, you will see me cover this film this year. Okay. Next one I picked up is another A24 horror film, and that is 2019's Midsommar. I have not seen this. I know it's directed by Ari Aster, who directed Hereditary, which I do have not seen Hereditary either. So maybe one of these days, maybe this year, I'll go and do a whole A24 kick and just start reviewing A24 horror films for this year. Maybe I'll dedicate like a specific month for A24 horror films. This is a Blu-ray DVD digital combo pack of it. Got for like $5. And there are special features. It includes Let the Festivities Begin, Manifesting Midsommar featurette, and Bear in the Cage promo. Again, at some point I may dedicate a whole month to covering A24 horror films. So that would include this, X, Pearl, The Lighthouse. I think Hereditary is A24. I don't know. I'll have to double check. The Witch. Next one I got here is another new release, and it came out last year, and that is M. Night Shyamalan. Oh, have not seen this film. I know someone who has, and they watched it, and they said it was pretty bad. So, and to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of M. Night Shyamalan as a filmmaker. I only watched one of his films, and that was The Sixth Sense, and I did not like it. So I personally did not like it. Maybe at some point I will try to do an M. Night Shyamalan review series at some point, covering all of his films. So that one might be painful for me. But got the DVD for pretty inexpensive. There are special features that includes deleted scenes, plus go behind the scenes with M. Night Shyamalan with 4 featurettes. So yeah, if you like this movie, it looks like it has a decent amount of special features. So yeah. Oh. Next one I got is one I haven't seen. It's an older movie, but older in the sense it's older than a decent amount of these. I would say the oldest ones I don't have in here so far is probably Bride of Reanimator, Candy and Farewell to the Flesh, the Jerry Lee film. In regards to like the oldest ones in my collection thus far, but this one is around there as well, and one I have not seen, and that is Orphan. Have not seen Orphan. I've heard really good things about this, and I got it especially since there's a prequel that came out, Orphan First Kill, so I will eventually pick up Orphan First Kill, and you will see me cover both Orphan movies this year. There are special features. It just includes additional scenes, including a chilling alternate ending. So it includes deleted scenes and a alternate ending. Yeah, Orphan, I think this came out in 2009. Yeah, 2009. At some point, you will see me cover both Orphan movies on the channel. And I picked this up on Walmart.com for like under $4. That's a pretty good deal. Okay, next one I picked up is a recent one I have not seen. I have not seen any films of this franchise yet, and that is Wrong Turn, the remake that came out in, I think, 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 2021. I also heard it be called Wrong Turn: The Foundation. Now got all the Wrong Turn movies, so at some point you will see me cover the Wrong Turn franchise, probably this year. And it does include special features, includes deleted extended scenes, Monsters Among Us, making Wrong Turn featurette, Wrong Turn promotional trailer, and a feature-length commentary with the director Mike P. Nelson. So, decent amount of special features if you like the remake of Wrong Turn. So, yeah. Wrong Turn 2021. Yeah. Okay, and here is the last movie that I got with me right now. And that is Zombieland Double Tap. Now, I've seen both Zombieland movies. I love both of them. The first one's better than the second one. But I thought for a film that came out 10 years after the original, and this is done by the same people, but with all that, this was pretty decent. Like, really good for all. So, at some point, because I got both of them now, you will see me cover both Zombieland movies probably this year. And, includes, some special features, includes the rides of Zombieland, rules of making zombie films featurette, making Babylon featurette, New Blood featurette, includes a filmmaker commentary. So a decent amount of special features on this little DVD. So yeah, Zombieland Double Tap. Okay, so I'm back, everybody. Now I just got in the other day the final two movies that I picked up for Christmas, and all I need left is those two Tots Max coming in. Now, from what I heard, Trick or Treat Studios is okay. So what happened is that during the holidays, they after a certain point, they kind of stopped people from ordering stuff, or even like back order stuff and that. And I don't until a certain they kind of closed up shop until a certain date, and that date was supposedly yesterday, January 3rd. So Max won't start shipping, or just items in general won't start shipping until after January 3rd. So my Max could come in really any time now. It could come in anywhere from today to, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks from now. But I did got my final two movies, my final two from Amazon, and yeah, let's dive into these. So, in alphabetical order again, I got here is the DVD of Freaky, which is the 2020 horror comedy starring Vince Vaughn and Kathryn Newton, and it's directed by Christopher Landon, who directed the Happy Death Day movies. I've never seen this film. I know one of my friends, Josh, you may remember him. He's seen this movie. He loved it. Like, you know what? And I've seen positive reviews for it, and knowing that too, I've seen the first Happy Death Day movie. If you actually go back to my channel, one of my earlier reviews, I'll post a link to my review of Happy Death Day in the description box below, so you guys can go check that out. But I overall enjoyed Happy Death Day. It wasn't that bad. This is from the same director, and it's a horror comedy. It's kind of doing the same thing where it takes already a kind of established premise. Like with Happy Death Day, it was taking the whole Groundhog Day type of approach, but with a slasher element. This one is kind of the same, except it takes the whole concept of like films like Freaky Friday and stuff like that, but except give a kind of horror comedy spin to it, where a teen girl played by Kathryn Newton, her mind is swapped with that a body of a serial killer played by Vince Vaughn. So that's all I really know about the film. I saw the trailer to it and it looks alright enough, so I picked it up for $5 on DVD. Outside of that, the only thing I know as well is the actors involved. Again, I definitely know Vince Vaughn. Not really for his comedies, really. I haven't seen much of Vince Vaughn comedies, really. I've only seen him in, I think he was in the Lost World Jurassic Park. Plus, I know he played Norman Bates in the Gus Van Sant Psycho remake, which I haven't yet to see, but that's all I really know him from. silly. And then Catherine Newton, I've seen her before. She was in Paranormal Activity 4 as the main lead. So yeah, that's where I remember seeing her from. There are some special features, and it includes deleted scenes. It also includes Split Personality, Millie vs. the Butcher featurette, Christopher Landon's Brand of Horror featurette, a feature commentary, and more. Not sure how much special features are additional to what you see in the box, like see on the back, but I mean that could be a decent amount depending on how it's done, depending on all that stuff. And again, I can't comment any further on this movie because I have not seen it, but expect for me to cover this movie sometime this year of 2023. Okay, and the final movie I picked up is The Town That Dreaded Sundown remake on Blu-ray. Now, I do got the remake from 2014 that was produced by Blumhouse. I have seen this. I watched it with Josh. In fact, Josh and I did a review of this movie, which again, I'll post a link down in the description below for The Town That Dreaded Sundown remake. I actually rather enjoyed this one. Now, to clarify, I have not seen the original The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I plan on getting that at some point. I know Scream Factory has a Blu-ray of it for like $13, so I'll pick that up at some point, watch the original, and then do my review of it. But I honestly enjoyed this. I thought this was a decent modern slasher. That's why I picked it up. I picked it up for not much. I don't remember how much I picked it up for. I think it was like $8, something like that. There are special features to this. It includes interviews with Veronica Cartwright, Gary Cole, Joshua Leonard, Anthony Anderson, Spencer Treat Clark. Has a interview with the director Alfonso Gomez Rejon and producer Jason Blum. It just mostly has interviews from each of the casting crew. So yeah, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, just listening to interviews from all the people involved with the movie, making up. But honestly, again, I thought this was a decent time. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough to pick it up on Blu-ray. The Town That Dreaded Sundown remake, got for a pretty inexpensive price on Blu-ray. So yeah, that is it. This is all I got for right now. But I will come back when I get my couple Tots Max and a couple of my Trick or Treat Studios Max. So you will see that on here. I'm actually, after this video, going to be working on a review. It is for the 2021 horror holiday comedy Black Friday, starring Bruce Campbell and Devin Sawa. Yeah, so I am going to be reviewing Black Friday soon, and then that will be a movie that will be up on this, like, that will be a movie that will cover on this channel this year. So you will eventually see my review of Black Friday at some point. Also, right now too, I currently got rendering a Blood Moon News video. It's a series where I'm going to be discussing news, and that I'll only discuss news if I find it interesting or whatnot. So yeah, so there you have it. My collection update video for right now. So I'll come back to you guys when I get the 2 Tots Max.
And I'm back here. So now, like, I just wanted to film this really quickly. Didn't brought my laptop in, so I'm not using my microphone. I hope the sound quality is okay. Only using one ring light. All these other lights, so the lighting quality should be okay. But I hope my sound sounds decent enough for just this last little bit. And this is the last bit of the holiday shopping haul video because I just recently got those 2 Tots Max I told you guys about. So now I've been keeping it a mystery as far as which ones I got in. So now you guys are going to be able to see which ones I got. Now, I'll show you the first one. The first one I got here is the Tots Halloween 2018 Michael Myers mask. So yeah, I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. Love the masks in the film. Now, one of the things I did heard about, which I did kept in mind before I order it, was I've seen a lot of reviews and unboxings of this mask, and the paint just honestly the look of the mask varied in quality. Like, I've seen some copies that look amazing, like it almost looks like it could have been screen used, and then I've seen some copies that are just terrible, you know. just downright awful, mostly because of the paint job, and I even seen one time where the mouth was kind of like completely split open. This one, it's a little bit split open, but it's not as bad as I've seen that one video. I will agree with some people, like the hairline's kind of terrible, and I think in regards to the paint job, I think it's somewhere in between some of the best paint jobs I've seen for this Max from Tots, and then some of the terrible paint jobs from Tots. I think my problem is, I think it's a bit too dark. I think if they just needed to light, and a bit too green, they needed to light it up a bit. But I mean, for $60 Max, it's fine. I still like it. I'm still going to keep it in the collection. Well, and no, I didn't got it for $60. Now, here's the thing. I did use a coupon code from Tots that would get give me $10 off my entire order. So both these Macs I got here, like these were both originally like $60. Like it was like close to 60. I got it for around $40. You know, like $45, something like that. So I got this one for around $45. So that's a pretty good deal. If I paid the full price for this, I probably would have been more pissed at this. And the fact that I had to wait a while too. Again, I would have been pissed if this was the quality I came with for a $60 to $70 mask, but I paid about like just under $50 for this mask, so yeah. But I still think it looks good, and under the light, like the right lighting conditions, it looks fine. The only problem I do have is that it's a bit too tight on me. I have a big head, so yeah. I think this is mostly going to be a display mask. That's why I'm keeping the tag on here. Otherwise, I would have taken it off. But I don't know. I may do at least a costume test of both these masks at some point over on my main channel, Blood Moon Productions. So yeah, I'll probably do that, and then that'll be it. Then the rest of their lives, they'll be display max. I did get the tag on. It says Halloween 2018. On the back it says Trick or Treat Studios, and there's some character instructions in that. But after I showed these off, I will do separate reviews of these Macs on this channel. So be expecting to see reviews of both this and the other Macs they got. So yeah, the Halloween 2018 Michael Myers Max. So yeah, from Trick or Treat Studios. Now the last Max I picked up from Trick or Treat Studios is something I've been wanting for a long time. And I recently got the license to do this. So I won't delay any further. Here's what I got. I got the Tots Goosebumps The Haunted Mask. I've been wanting one of these for a long while. I grew up with Goosebumps. I read, like, well, when I was little, my mom used to read the books to me. So I wasn't that good at reading books at the time. And yeah, and then also I used to watch the show from the 90s constantly. You know, whenever I get a chance, and even like when it did reruns on Cartoon Network back in the like late 2000s, you know, I would always catch on episodes of that series. So yeah, and I always wanted one of these. I always liked the look of the Haunted Max in the show, which by the way was the first episode released for the show. I'm not sure if it was the first one produced for the show, but I do know it was the first one released for. It was season 1, episode 1 of Goosebumps. So yeah, I used to watch that episode live, and I've read had my mom read me the book before. So yeah, this is the Haunted Mask from Goosebumps, the TV show from the 90s. So this just brings me so much nostalgia. Honestly, I think it overall is a better looking Max than the Halloween 2018 Max. So yeah, and the reason I picked it up now is because, well, if you guys don't know, Trick or Treat Studios lost the licensing right to do Goosebumps products because Spirit Halloween wanted to gobble up, Goosebump merch and everything like that. So, but recently it seems like not that long ago, Tots got the licensing rights back for Goosebumps. Now all the masks they did had are back in stock. They have this. They have the Attack of the Jack-o'-lantern mask. They have the Goosebumps Slappy the Dummy mask from the show, stuff like that, which I will pick up those other two masks at some point. So yeah. And also another problem for me with this mask is, like, the only problem, just like with the Halloween 2018 mask, it's a bit too tight on my head, because again, I have a really big head, so just like with that one, after I do a costume test for this will probably be more than likely a display mask, something I'll display on my shelf, and that's where it will stay for the rest of its life. So yeah, the haunted mask. So yeah, really excited that I got this. So yeah, and now I'll show you guys what these look like on my mask shelf. So that is it for this, for the holiday shopping haul video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I honestly hope you guys had a great time during the holidays. I'm talking about, I hope you guys had a great Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, or whatever you celebrate around that time. Hope you guys had a Happy New Year, and this is technically closing out 2022, even though we're in 2023, but this is technically closing out my channel for 2022. So yeah, got way more stuff coming in. I got way more stuff planned for the future of my channel, especially for this year. So just uploaded my review of Halloween 2018, so be sure to look out for that. And I got a couple of news videos. They're going to be published on my channel soon. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.